Welcome to another episode of Sports and Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about Kentucky's must-win victory against LSU. I call this a must-win victory because at the end of this season, I knew we had 3 tough games left against ranked opponents that we could potentially lose. We definitely came up short on 2 of them, Alabama and Auburn, and we still got Missouri left. But I told myself we have to at least get Oklahoma, which we did, thanks to Otega Oweh. And we had to get LSU. And fortunately for us tonight on senior night, we ended up winning by 31 points, 95-64. We didn't play a perfect game, but we played a good enough game. And I was a little worried initially just because Jackson Robinson, they decided to go on and shut him down for the season. He's probably going to have wrist surgery soon, if probably not in the next couple of days. I'm not sure, but he's probably going to have wrist surgery soon. He probably wants to try to rehab and get himself back in some shape so he could try to go to some draft camps and try to potentially pursue his career of playing in the NBA. So we had to shut him down. Shouts out to Jackson Robinson, man. I really appreciate all the effort that you gave this season. I appreciate you trying to play through some of your injury, same as Lamont Butler, Andrew Carr, and all the other guys. But shout out to the seniors. We got Andrew Carr, Lamont Butler, Kobe Barea, Ansley Almanor, Mari Williams, Jackson Robinson. Shout out to you guys. I really appreciate all you've done for the program. I appreciate your hard work, your dedication to Big Blue Nation. You're going to always have a special place in my heart just because this is the new era, the Mark Pope era that you guys started. So I wish you all the best of luck with your careers after Kentucky. But just know you meant something to us. But anyways, like I said, we didn't play a perfect game, but we played a good enough game in what I said was a must win. We had to have this just to keep, I think right now we're projected to be a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. And as long as, we didn't drop this game or Oklahoma, I felt like we'd be okay. I would still like to get the Missouri game just to give us one more quality win. But I feel like we're okay right now. But yeah, we shot 51% from the field. We shot 38% from 3. I would have liked to have seen that a little bit higher. Usually when we play some of our best basketball, that's a much higher percentage. It's more closer to 50 from the field and 50 from 3. We actually was perfect from the free throw line tonight. We had 36 rebounds, which we actually out-rebounded LSU, which, that's great whenever Kentucky's controlling the boards because sometimes, we struggle with rebounding. Also, one of the things that we've done well in most of our victories is been high assist, low turnovers. We had 22 assists tonight, and we had 8 turnovers. So usually when we go under 10 turnovers and over 20 assists, we usually play good basketball. We had 13 steals and 3 blocks, so we played okay on the defensive end. Like I said, this wasn't a perfect game, but it was good enough to get the job done. And just to shout out some guys on senior night, Almanor chipped in 15 points. He shot 6 for 7 from the field. So, that was, great to see him have a nice little game on senior night. Everybody else kind of was a little quiet, but solid, though. Carr, 8.6 rebounds, solid. Amari, 9.6 rebounds. Barea only had 6 points. Barea has kind of been struggling a little bit offensively lately. Hopefully we'll get him going in the next couple games because we're going to need him in the tournament to do some big numbers. Normally when he scores close to 20 points, we usually are playing well when that's happening. Otega did normal Otega things. He chipped in 24 points and 8 rebounds, 9 for 11. So he was just playing out of his mind. Garrison gave us a really nice game. And he ended up playing a little bit over half the game. He was playing so good, it kind of Amari's minutes was a little low tonight. But he gave us 15 and 2. And then we got a nice little surprise out of Colin Chandler, to be honest. Sometimes, you might not be expecting to get that type of game from Chandler. He's had his struggles this season, but he gave us 11 points and 4 rebounds and 4 assists. So steady game from Chandler. But anyways, let's check out some of these highlights and just go through it and see what we liked. Like I said, nice win on senior night. Way to cap things off at Rupp Arena. And there was Berea with 3. Then Otega trying using his strength, man. And when he just decides to just bully his way to the basket, it's not going to be a whole lot of guys that can deal with that. There's Carr for the 3. I like the aggressive Otega way, though. I love it. Because I feel like sometimes he could have done more, I believe. And he might have laid back. That was a nice pass right there to Butler for the slam. Excuse me. I've been a little sick lately. And Garrison's trying to turn himself into a 3-point shooter. Hopefully if he stays with us next season, we might see a little more of that. Almanor for the 3. Like I said, Otega's just been going crazy going to the basket, man. I think that Oklahoma game might have woke him up and made him realize that he might have been relying on the 3 a little bit too much this season, and just decided he's going to do his big numbers attacking the rim. He's just been making big boy plays, man. Taking the contact, finishing right there. Man, Amari Williams, man, I'm not going to lie to you. Amari Williams' court vision is just nice. I know sometimes he makes some mistakes. Sometimes he does some, takes some questionable shots. But when he's in his bag, his passing is pretty elite for a guy in college, a big man in college, I'd say. There's Williams working hard. I think Williams has gotten better, though. Butler to Garrison. Like I said, I think Butler ended up with 5 and 5. Just steady all across the board. But we need Butler to win, man. Butler, it's just something about Butler's presence on the floor. I don't know what it is. It's just everybody plays a little better when he's there. He takes a little pressure off of everybody. Even if he's not doing big numbers, just, for some reason, just the way he gets in the paint, his presence on defense, he just sparks the guys, I feel like. And Chandler looked really aggressive. And I think Chandler may have been selling himself short. I think he might not have had confidence earlier in the season. But hopefully, man, this game might have been a little bit of a turn for him where maybe he just feels more sure of himself now. Carr with a nice little mid-range pull-up. So nice, they showed it twice. Amari be taking some wild shots like that, but he be hitting some of them joints, though. So, see, that's what I'm saying. That's the, the presence that Butler brings to the defensive end, man. And it sparks offense on the other end. Butler's an elite defender, man. I feel like Butler's defense alone is good enough to potentially get him a look in the NBA. That was just a nice play right there. I'm not going to lie to you. But like I said, that's Otega going to the basket again. Even right here, he made the pass to Garrison, but it's just off of him attacking the basket. Almanor with the mid-range. I wish Almanor was a junior and he could come back. See, that's what I like right there. Chandler was not taking that shot in the beginning of the season. But he just looks like he was playing a little bit more free this game. Like he was just way more confident in himself. I mean, this SEC, the SEC has been no joke at the guard position this whole entire season. Like every team you play has decent guards. So maybe it just took some of the guys a little time to get used to it. But Chandler looks like if that's gonna be Chandler going forward, he could be very helpful to us next season. And there's Almanor working off the dribble. You don't see that too much, but showing he got a little something in his bag. I like I said, man. I wish Almanor was coming back, man. I like Almanor's game. And I feel like once he got to get some minutes, he was, extremely helpful in a lot of those games. Just his versatility. And I just can't say enough about our big man's passing ability this season, too. I feel like the combination of Garrison, there he is shooting another three. Garrison and Williams passing, giving us options to run the offense through our bigs and get it to the shooters. That's just been a major key for us. But yeah, man, senior night, Kentucky got the job done. But I don't want us to let up, though. Like, I definitely want us to try to go out there and get this win over Missouri. Hopefully we can completely lock in at least the 3 seed. Like I said, I think what I've seen so far, we was the 4th 3 seed. So, that could go either way. We could slide a little bit potentially if we beat Missouri. But hopefully if we can get Missouri, which will be a tough game. And like I said, obviously we're not going to have Jackson Robinson. But if we can get Missouri, I think that'll probably solidify us as at least having a 3 seed. And, the goal this season is to just go as far as we can. I know we don't have a full strength roster, so I don't want to, I don't have the same expectations as I did in the beginning of the season. At one point in the beginning of the season, we looked good enough to me where I felt like we could potentially be a Final Four team. I felt like when I seen our best game, I felt like it was good enough to where we could beat most teams in the country. And even still, we've beat a lot of ranked teams, so we still have played well, but we've just had some up and down moments towards the end of the season. But the goal for me is to just, number one, we just got to get out of the first round. We got to get used to winning tournament games again, and then to just keep pushing forward. If we could get to the Sweet 16, it would be great. If for some reason we could get to the Elite 8, I'd be completely satisfied with this season. But either way it goes, like I said, I think things are moving in the right direction. I appreciate and want to salute all the seniors that played for us this season. This season was a special one for me, even though, like I said, we had some moments where we looked pitiful, and then we had some moments where we looked like one of the best teams in the country. So it's kind of been an up and down season, but I enjoyed it. And we got one more game to wrap up this season, and then it's tournament time. So I'm excited. But anyways, you guys let me know what you thought about tonight's performance, and what do you think our chances are in this tournament realistically, and where do you think we'll be seated at? Let me know how you feel about that, and we'll get back at it next time. Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson.